changing gears a little bit here, I was looking through old copies of Contra. Um, Not a lot of trades during the year necessarily between the two portfolios, but when you do have trades, often there are quite a few around the same time. Do you want to just speak to those patterns a little bit, perhaps?
Yeah, that's a good observation. And I'm quite happy to answer that because what I would say is that investing or successful investing, I think, is largely about sitting on your hands and doing nothing most of the time. I know that there are excellent day traders out there. There are really good macro traders out there, but I'm not one of them. And for me personally, I found it better to the fewer decisions I make, the better I tend to do. And to your point about noticing the trades happening in batches or in fairly short succession, I would say that's very deliberate. Opportunities appear that way, so you gotta play the game that way. And current subscribers will know, for example, that in the first quarter of this year, in first quarter of 2020, we had a ton of buys, or sorry, a ton of sells in both portfolios, and so many of those companies had been in the portfolio for a long time, and then all of a sudden they were all hitting the sell targets or their value estimates, and it was time to kick them out. So, yeah, I would just say that buying opportunities and selling opportunities tend to come in waves. And when there aren't those big opportunities out there, it's better for me anyway just to sit tight and wait.
Sure. Well, it's nice to have a wish list and some cash for when those opportunities do present too. So,
Yeah, yeah, I would say it's very important to have a wish list and a research list ready to go when there are investments to be made or when things do look beaten up. You'll probably do much better if when you're heading into a crisis, you know five, six, even 10 companies quite well. And then on the flip side, once you buy them, you'll probably be well served if you have a fair value estimate in your head or written down or in Excel so that you can determine when you want to sell this company when it comes time.
sure. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, do you ever, I mean, it's difficult, right? Being that patient. Do you ever get sort of frustrated with the sort of the amount of patience that it requires?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I would love to sell a multi-bagger every single day. That would be great. I'd be fantastically rich and everything else. It would be amazing. And I'd love to buy the next multi-bagger every day, but opportunities just don't really occur like that. So, yeah, it could be frustrating and it could be frustrating for new subscribers too because so much of the investment media out there says that that's how investing works and it's just not the case. So, what I sometimes remind new subscribers is that opportunities do come in waves. And while we're not that active, we do have very clear buys or holds when they get their issues of Contra the Herd. And then they can see, even though we have enough in our respective portfolios, it may still be listed as a buy, and they can go and buy that if it fits within their own portfolio dynamics and their own risk profile.